Hey T Squad, it's me Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shay Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 5 Episode 15 review. So on this week's episode, we see Bobby talk to Miami Tip about the Eliza situation and how Shay went in on Eliza on social media saying she got pregnant with a turkey baster. And Tip was like, she did not get that information from me. I don't know where she got that from. That's her own story she made up. That ain't, nope. Me and her don't even talk like that. I don't know where she got that from. Like, she made that absolutely 100% clear that never came out of her mouth. So Bobby asks, would she be willing to sit down and talk to Eliza? Because the three of them used to be besties back in the day. And so she was like, you know what? In order for me to heal and move on, I do need to talk to her. Amada is seen at home with her mama going off in Spanish about Alan and how he said that he want to see his kids and she not allowing him to and all of this stuff. And she acting like she on a telenovela. And the mama was like, well, speak your piece, defend yourself, go live yourself. So she was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. And so she storms up the steps and goes and does a live going at Alan and saying that he's lying. Flo tells Claudia that she's letting Marlon come back home. And Claudia was like, no, like that's not happening. And she was like, you know, that's the father of my kids. I don't want my kids seeing him out there bad like that. And so Claudia gets upset like she should. And she was like, you were using me to get back at Marlon. And Flo was like, Gael said you was using me and she was right. They get to arguing back and forth. Flo stand up. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, I'm so confused. Like, how you mad at her because you're letting your husband come back home and y'all supposed to be in a relationship and you already know that it's obvious you still got feelings for this man. So Claudia has every right to be upset about this situation. You won't even claim her publicly. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what's going on with these two. It's a weird dynamic to me. So Eliza is talking. Who is she talking to? Oh, she was talking to Safari, I believe. Is that who she was talking to? And she made a comment about how, it was Safaree. And they at the gym and they exercise and being very flirtatious with one another and rubbing all on each other and all of that stuff. And she brings up Shay going in on her on social media. And she was like, Shay can't stand next to me on her best day. And I was like, now, wait a minute, Eliza Doolittle. Like, you are all right looking chick. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. She cute. But like you and Shay on the cuteness level are on the same wavelength. Like, let's not do that. Please don't. So Trick takes I'm not calling these girls no Hollywood twins because ain't nothing Hollywood about these little girls, the twins, to see Hot Topic, child. And every time they say Hot Topic, I just think of the store. Like, she need to change her nickname, child. Because she is going to, I guess, help them with branding. This is what she allegedly does, even though we've heard otherwise. And in the meeting, in the middle of their meeting, here she go bringing up Zoe and how she appreciates the fact that the twins are open to criticism and will listen because Zoe doesn't want to take criticism, but she wants to work with Zoe. And she talked about her performance at Super Cindy Day. And Trick was like, you worried about Zoe, but what about how you was acting at Super Cindy Day? And she was like, well, I got an issue with Flo and them because Flo co-signed her friend messing with my man. And she got an attitude with somebody talking to Marlon, but she aided, her friend doing that to me. And so Trick was like, do you know this for a fact, or is this something that you heard? And she was like, well, this is not about me. We're not here to talk about me. Well, girl, if that was the case, then you would have never brought up Zoe and all of that other stuff. Obviously, you're here to create drama and mess. And obviously, it was something that you heard and you didn't know for verbatim that this is what happened. So you doing all of this and you don't even know that it's factual truth that Flo did this. So stop. Flo and Gael. I don't like Hot Topic at all. Don't like her. She can go. MJ visits Shay at her new crib, and they get to talking about Eliza and that whole situation. And he was like, why did you go on live and do all of that? And she was like, cuz, like, she came for me and all of this stuff. And she was like, and by the way, why did you smash her? So then we find out that Eliza and MJ then had relations, and he just a skinning and a grinning. And I was like, well, who hasn't Eliza slept with? Jesus Christ. Like, what? She going through the cast. So Shay mad at her mama because her mama told MJ that she is pregnant, and she didn't feel like it was her place to tell him. And he was like, well, actually, I'm happy, because you're bringing another life into the family. And then Shay get emotional and crying and saying her mama, said that she was making a mistake. And she told him, this is some BS, and I'm finna raise 2 kids by myself. And I was like, well, how you saying that? But then in the same context of conversation, when he asked, did Fabian know, you said yeah. So I'm confused. Like, is he not helping you with the first child? Because why are you saying now you're going to have 2 kids that you going to be a single mom? Like, your mama made perfect sense. Why are you getting pregnant by such a disrespectful, nasty human being? Like, they ain't got no respect for your family whatsoever. And you back making excuses for him and all of this type of stuff. Like, you dumb. But you got more energy for your mama than you do your deadbeat baby daddy, who possibly got a whole nother family. Like, girl, get your life. Like, Shay has taken 10 steps backwards. Like, she is on her acting a buffoon. So Zoe hosts a plus size event at a club night. And Joy is there with Hot Topic, and she brought Zoe flowers to, give her condolences with her grandfather passing. And Zoe is very appreciative of the flowers. They hug and everything. And, they put all they beef from last season behind them. And then here go Hot Topic talking about she lacked confidence during her performance at Super Cindy Day. And Zoe looking at her like, who are you? Like, why are you? What? Like, I don't know you for you to be coming up to me critiquing me like you Simon Cowell. Like, girl, if you don't get up out my face with this swoop bang. So, Zoe was like, every time I see you, you arguing about some ish that ain't got nothing to do with you. You're Trina's cheerleader. Here go Joy. Zoe, don't start. Zoe, don't start. No, my love, is not. Zoe, don't start. Your friend started this whole conversation by being rude and overstepping her boundaries. And Zoe was right about everything that she said. This girl is always in some ish that ain't got nothing to do with her. And she does act like Trina bodyguard. Like, girl, what is going on? So Hot Topic was like, every time I see you, you're mad. And Zoe was like, and every time I see you, you're on a T page getting exposed by your baby daddy for licking his behind. And I was like, well, wait a minute, that went left. Like, you online licking booty? Ew, gross. Like, girl, I hope you scrape your tongue. So the only thing that she could think to come up with after that Hot Topic is, well, you fat as F or whatever. And I was like, ooh, we all can see that she is a heavy set woman, but what that got to do with you being online licking some man behind? Like, the two don't really coagulate, okay? So they get to arguing back and forth, and security break them up, and Joy was like, oh, I ain't got time for this. I got to go. But Joy, stop defending people that are dead wrong. Please stop, because you once again make yourself look really ridiculous. So then Tip and Eliza meet up and discuss they beef, and Eliza says that Tip's comments about her online affected her custody child support case that she had with Future. And Tip feels bad, and they make up and all of this stuff. I don't Bitmo believe nothing that come out of Eliza's mouth. Everything that come out of her mouth seems like a lie and a scam to me. Bobby is there, mind you, and brings up the fact that Eliza is messing with Safari. And Miami was like, what? And so Eliza was like, yeah, I forgot to tell you that I'm effing Safari. So they're officially getting it in. And he was like, I feel like you should at least have a conversation with Amada, considering the fact that y'all was cool at one point. But she was like, well, she got online saying that it was fake and all of this type of stuff. And I'm like, this is about to be a hot diggity dog on mess. Like, she one of them girls that will choose a man over a female any day. She don't have girl code or nothing like that. No boundaries. She gonna do whatever benefits her in the moment. So Marlon returns home to the crib and the kids are excited, but Flo tells Marlon that the divorce is still happening and that he needs to respect her relationship. And he was like, what? And I was like, see, this ain't gonna work out. This is not gonna work out at all. And I think somebody told me that they are back together, one of the T Squad members. And I was like, I ain't surprised. Gael stops over and was like, oh, Marlon's back home. Oh, okay. And I'm like, just seeing Marlon and your sister in the same room would make you be like, you know what? I have had a lapse of memory. Y'all cheated with each other, right? Yeah, you gotta go, because ain't no way I could be in the room with my sister and my current husband knowing that they just smashed behind my back and kept it a secret for years. And then on top of that, my sister knew that he had smashed one of the homies and didn't tell me. Like, Flo is hooked on phonics. So they sit down, her and Gael, and talk. And Gael get to going in about her plan to expose Hot Topic for being a scammer and going to jail and all of this type of stuff. So Flo was like, well, I'm going to Bobby's party, so I'm sure she'll be there. So you about to take some more mess to somebody else's event. I was like, Flo, aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? And I was like, well, this is about to cause even more drama between her and Trina once again. And this time I can't even be mad at Trina because you're taking the drama to her people event. And that's absolutely wrong. And then at the end of the episode, Amada plans to confront the people talking about her on social media. The first person being her baby daddy. And I'm like, Amada, I've really this past season started to see you for who you are. She loves to act like the victim. It's like, girl, don't you remember you being the person that invited this drama by going online and lying and saying that you didn't have a relationship with Safaree and it was all for a storyline? You create drama and then want to act like somebody is doing stuff to you. Now, as far as your baby daddy goes, was he wrong for taking it to social media? I mean, yeah, because that's ghetto. But you're the same person bashing him on a television show. So unless, I don't know, Amada seemed like the type of person that'll keep the kids away from him just because she feels some type of way. But we'll see how that conversation goes on next week's episode. Overall, I'm going to give this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami a B-. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down below in the comment section, you guys. Thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.